So Unity 2020.1 is now released fully in its first cycle, so let's go ahead and take a look at it. Hey guys, it's Saikuru Sam here and welcome back to another episode of your favorite YouTuber covering the new releases of Unity. That's totally a series. Anyway, so with Unity 2020.1, we're getting improvements made to the package manager, improvements made to the editor and team workflows, camera stacking with the Universal Render Pipeline or URP for short, and so much more. If you have no idea what any of the... what was that? If you have no idea what any of those mean, don't worry about it because we're gonna cover some of the simple concepts in this video, as well as it's basically going to be a brief overview. So it's gonna be one of those videos where we have a bunch of links in the description ready for you guys waiting. So throughout the video, I'm actually going to refer to some of those links. So feel free to check them out after watching the video. So with that being said, let's get into... I don't know why I snapped my fingers, but I actually like it. Let's get into it. So Unity came out with a blog post along with this release, so let's take a look at that to cover what's new, and I will also show you the goodies in the Unity editor simultaneously. They start off the blog post by saying this, quote, "Our first TechStream release of the year is available as of today," which was posted on July 23rd. Unity 2020.1 includes a wide range of features and improvements that make Unity workflows even more intuitive and make you more productive, while Unity 2019 LTS remains the recommended version for projects in production. For Unity 2020.1, our guiding principle has been to make Unity an even more reliable and highly performant platform to help you realize your creative and business goals. But enough of that, bring out the goodies. I don't know why I clapped my hands. So first and foremost, a new package manager experience. So they say this, quote, "With the release of 2020.1, actually with the 2020.1 release, I lied, I'm sorry. Significant changes to package manager. It has several design updates, including a new user interface with new icons and an improved layout to help clearly distinguish the status of packages. We also added clear labeling and a warning section in the package manager UI to provide better information about packages in use that are in preview." You may also remember from before that it used to be in the package manager where you had an option once you toggled the gear icon, the settings, that you would be able to enable preview packages, but now it's actually moved to the project settings because it's a more of a project based setting, which I think makes sense. But you can actually still access it from that menu, so it's pretty much the same, but not really. Alright, so let's move out of the package manager and get into the editor and team workflows. So they say this, quote, "New improvements to the toolsets make you more productive, provide more ways to customize your workflows to your specific needs, and reduce interruptions so you can stay in the flow. There is now editing prefabs in context, meaning that for extra flexibility, you can now enter prefab mode without leaving the context of your scene and edit prefabs with the background grayed out." This is also very important. So they have removed support for the Chromium Editor Framework, CEF for short. Now, if you're not familiar with the CEF, basically this technology no longer offers a modern experience, and it is the one that was being used for in-editor asset store browsing. So this means that there is no more in-editor asset store browsing. All of that is basically dependent on your web browser at this point. So you can open up assets in Unity by literally clicking a button that says open in Unity after you purchase or download if it's for free, which is then basically going to bring you to Unity. There are also improvements made to the importer. So FBX continues to be the most common link between Unity and external digital content creation tools. A new access conversion setting lets you fix access import issues without having to reopen meshes in a DCC program such as Blender, etc. There's also the focused inspector and updated presets. So with a focused inspector window, you can now easily see the inspector details of a selected game object. To open a floating inspector window for the selected game object or an asset, you basically right click and select properties, and you can open multiple focused inspector windows at the same time, so you can assess or reference multiple objects while making changes to the scene, which is pretty cool. There's also a better way to see task progress now. So they say this quote, "We have changed the way Unity indicates the progress of blocking tasks within the editor. Some tasks had their own progress windows to indicate that editor usage was blocked. Other blocking tasks had no indications. In Unity 2020.1, tasks that block the user from using the editor are organized into a single progress window, listing the tasks as they are completed so that the user can better understand editor behavior and know when they can resume working." There are also a few quality of life and usability improvements, along with a few more actually, like Unity Accelerator and addressables improvements, but I'm not really going to cover the accelerator. Oh my god, I can't say that word. I'm just not going to go into details about the accelerator and the addressables improvements because I'm just going to leave links to them so you guys can check it out if you're interested. But so some of the quality of life and usability improvements. First and foremost, you can now cut and paste game objects in the hierarchy window, as well as paste a game object as a child. That's finally good. That's great to hear. They have also improved the clipboard copy and paste across the editor, so you can now, for example, copy arbitrary inspector properties like vectors, gradients, curves, and object references. And again, there are more improvements if you want to check them out for the editor specifically, but now let's move on to the next part. So first and foremost, there are profiling tools improvements. Among the several improvements to the profiling tools in Unity 2020.1, the profiler connection to a player is now more stable, particularly with low-end Android devices. We have significantly cut down on capture memory overhead and capture times of the memory profiler preview package, and as of 2020.1, you can access GPU profile data through the Recorder API, use the Sampler API to collect the data and visualize it in your own runtime performance stats overlay. You now have the option to launch the profiler as a standalone app, which sounds really interesting actually, because this will now move, so according to their words again, quote, "This will move the tool to a separate process outside of Unity, reducing the performance overhead when profiling the editor and creating cleaner profile data." Verified IDE packages now include Visual Studio. So they say, with this release, the Visual Studio integration is now a package, and we will not develop the built-in support further. The package also includes new features and improvements like a faster startup of Visual Studio. This follows on last year's Start to Move integrated development environment, or IDEs for short, and the code editor from core to packages, which began with Visual Studio Code and JetBrains Rider. There is a new C# debugging workflow, which basically makes the editor run with C# code optimization in release mode by default, improving performance when running your project in play mode. There are also some more improvements to Profile Analyzer, Burst Compiler 1.3, creating fields for generic types directly, which is also one of the programmer updates. But again, I'm going to leave links to all of these in the description. Now, next up, we have 2D. So first and foremost, 2D animation performance has been improved with Burst. So this release optimizes performance for high bone counts, including current performance gains for complex sprite meshes with high vertex counts. The 2D default template has also been updated, which is really nice. It now includes all the verified 2D tools pre-compiled, so new projects load faster with the entire 2D toolset at your disposal. This release features many updates to 2D physics as well, including improvements to rigid body 2D XY position constraint, which makes a rigid body completely solid under any force and has almost zero runtime cost. Next in line, graphics, everybody's favorite. I can hear the fanboys, oh god. So first and foremost, Universal Render Pipeline. There's now camera stacking in URP. So when building a game, and this is their sentence, so quote, when building a game, there are many instances where you want to include something that is rendered out of the main camera's context. You can now use camera stacking to layer the output of multiple cameras and create a single combined output. Setting up models for light mapping is now also much simpler, and just to make sure you guys get the full information, I'm going to link this full document in the description so you guys can learn more about light mapping specifically if that's your thing. That is not really my thing. I'm more of a real-time lighting guy, so you know, ain't got no time to wait. The GPU and CPU light mapper has also got now improved sampling. Cookies are also supported in light maps, and no, not those cookies, but these cookies. That sounded very intriguing, I don't know why. Ray tracing in Unity, which is a preview package, now supports animation via the skinned mesh renderer component. By the way, let me know in the comment section if you guys have been trying the ray tracing so far. I actually haven't got a chance, but I do want to try it sometime. Alright, so let's move out of the graphics for now because we're gonna wrap up the video. So first and foremost, platforms. The new input system, which was introduced during the 2019 cycle, with 2020.1, it is now verified, which is really cool. And then for augmented reality, or AR for short, in Unity 2020.1, AR Foundation now officially supports the Universal Render Pipeline, or URP, and feature support for ARKit, ARCore, Magic Leap, and HoloLens is also enhanced. Unity says that they have also significantly reduced the amount of time it takes to enable AR and virtual reality, or VR, in your project with a new streamlined UI in project settings. In 2020.1, we have added high dynamic range HDR display support for the editor, allowing developers that use displays that support HDR to take advantage of the increased color and brightness ranges while working with HDR content without having to build for the target device to see the results. Alright, so before we wrap up the video, or actually end the video, that was the wrapping up part before, I just want to quickly show you guys how to actually get access to Unity 2020.1 in case you don't know already. So I'm running a software called Unity Hub, which you can download by going to the link in the description. It basically lets you organize all of your projects and Unity installs, so editor versions, in one place, which is really fantastic. So in order to get access to Unity 2020.1, all you have to do is go into the installs tab right here. And you can see that I already have it installed, but what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to add. And then in here, under latest official releases, you will have 2020.10 F1, which is, you know, the first iteration of the full version. So this one is grayed out for me because obviously I have it installed already. So you're just going to want to click that, click next, and then it will guide you through the process. I'm a big fan of this idea of only having 2 releases per year. I say only, but you know what I mean. Because I felt like the time span, the gap that they had between each release before was really short. Whereas now it feels more like everything is under control, which I'm a big fan of. Quantity over quality, that's what I learned by doing YouTube for 5 years. But let me know in the comment section what you guys think of that. If you would have preferred having the 3 tech releases for whatever reason, so state your reason, but also if you like this 2 tech releases or if you prefer the 3 ones. Anyway, so I'm gonna leave it there. I don't want to hold you guys for any longer. I know this video was a little bit longer, actually a little longer than what I expected it to be, but I'm okay with that. My ad revenue is just like, yes! So yeah guys, if you want to see more news, tech releases, and all that kind of stuff from this channel, and tutorials, also tutorials on Bolt are coming, by the way. Don't get mad at me, please. I promised, I know, and they are coming. But let me know in the comment section if you guys have any specific requests, and leave a like on this video. Smash thumbs up. I don't know. I want to say it in a YouTuber way so we get the effect to you guys. Smash the like on this video, hit the subscribe button, and with that being said, I will see you in the comment section and in our Discord server. So have a good one, and peace out.